Today, we're diving into a job that's being completely transformed by technology and some of the biggest challenges on the planet: the food engineer of the future. So let's just start with the big question. What does a food engineer really do? I mean, when you hear that title, you probably picture someone in a lab coat, maybe developing a new kind of snack. And, that was the old view. But today, the role is so much bigger than that. The key change is all about perspective. It's the difference between focusing on a single product, like this apple, and understanding the entire complex system that gets it from the orchard to your kitchen. A modern food engineer isn't just trying to perfect the apple, they're designing the whole journey. And when we say food system, what do we mean? Well, it's that whole journey. It starts with production, growing and harvesting. Then comes processing, where those raw ingredients get turned into something else. And finally, distribution, which is all about getting the food to us. The modern engineer's job, it's to make that entire chain work seamlessly. Okay, so if they're looking at this whole big system, it can't just be about making food taste good anymore, right? There have to be some bigger guiding principles involved. Exactly. It's about designing that entire system to work based on three core ideas. It has to be done safely to protect all of us. It has to be done efficiently to cut down on waste and cost. And, maybe most importantly, it has to be done sustainably to protect the planet. Making something safe, efficient, and sustainable all at once, that's a huge challenge, and it takes a totally different set of skills. So, what's in the modern food engineer's toolbox? Well, the role is definitely evolving. The traditional skills, the core science and engineering, are still absolutely essential. But the real game changer is adding these future-facing skills: data and systems thinking. This is where the food engineer becomes a full-on tech innovator. Wait a second, data? How in the world does data science fit in with food engineering? That seems like a pretty random combo. Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, data isn't just a small part of it anymore. It's right at the heart of the whole thing. It's basically the engine that drives everything. So how do they use it? Well, data allows them to predict problems before they happen, like a crop failure or a shipping snafu. It lets them optimize processes to use less energy and create less waste. And all of that means they can make better decisions at every single point in the food system. So with all this talk of data and optimization and prediction, are we basically saying the whole field is just going digital? That's exactly what's happening. The food engineer's new toolbox is packed with digital gear. We're talking artificial intelligence to forecast what we're going to want to eat. We're talking sophisticated modeling to create digital twins of entire factories to test things virtually. It's a whole suite of tools that are completely changing the game. All right, so you've got this new breed of digital savvy engineer with an amazing toolbox. What are they using all this power for? What are the big, real-world problems they're trying to solve? They are going after some of the biggest challenges facing humanity. Seriously. Things like ensuring food security for a population that's heading toward 10 billion people, driving sustainability to reduce our environmental footprint, and improving our health through better, safer nutrition. Wow, that sounds huge. We've really moved way beyond just a technical job here. This is about tackling massive global issues. It's less of a profession and more of a mission, really. It absolutely is. And that huge scale, that potential for impact, that is precisely why food engineers matter so much right now and why they'll matter even more in the future. So if you put all the pieces together, it's pretty clear this role has blown past being just a technical one, hasn't it? Way more. I think the best way to define the food engineer of today is as a creative problem solver. They're innovators who are using science, data, and that big picture thinking to take on some of the most fundamental challenges that affect every single one of us. So, basically, they're not just working inside the food industry, they are actively designing the future of food itself? Exactly. That's the perfect way to say it. They are on the front lines designing the systems that are going to feed the world tomorrow. They are, quite literally, engineering the future of food.